What is going on, guys? I am BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome back to another video on the channel where today we are going to be taking a look at the crawlers in zombies, the Nova 6 crawlers. But those aren't the only types. We also have the jumping jacks from Die Rise, and there are also the teleporting crawlers on Moon. So as always, if you enjoyed today's video, a like rating at any time you feel like it. If you want, if not, it's okay, but it would be appreciated. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest content on the channel. But let's get into it. Here we go. So over the past year or two, I've done many story of videos on characters, weapons, things from zombies. I've also done the story of the crawlers video. However, in Classified, we get some new information as to exactly how these monsters were created. We know that Classified is a remake of 5, and in this map, there are crawlers. However, they are pretty much the same as the ones we saw in Kino der Toten. These ones are the bog standard normal Nova 6 gas crawlers, where their abilities, if you get too close, they will swipe at you, they will hit you, and if you shoot them and kill them, upon death they will explode and release Nova 6 gas, which will choke you, hence why they're called the Nova 6 crawlers. And like I said, we see this version of them in both Kino der Toten and 5, or Classified. But then on Moon, there are special variants of the crawlers, and these ones have the ability to phase. They can teleport between short distances. However, the ones on Moon couldn't withstand as much bullets. They weren't as, I guess, strong or durable, but they did have special abilities that the other ones did not. And then on Die Rise, we saw yet another version of the crawlers, or as we called these ones, the jumping jacks, and well, as you could guess by their name, their ability is to jump around. They can explode in a flash of electricity that can hurt you if you get too close to it. They can also teleport, but like I said, their main ability is to jump around off the walls, ceilings, the floor, and that's how they will attack you. They are relentless and unpredictable. And that was pretty much all we knew about the crawlers. There was the 3 different types, the Nova 6 crawler, the teleporting crawler, and the jumping jacks. Now, we didn't really know too much about their background and how they were made. There were theories that they could be linked to the keepers. If you look at the way their faces, how their teeth come out, their heads resemble those of the gatekeepers. So there were theories that maybe they could be ancestors of them, they could be related to them in some way, and these keepers were captured by Group 935 and turned into these monsters. There are also plenty of Easter eggs that relate to them. The most well-known one is in Kino der Toten, where on the wall it says, "Beware of the 6. Kino and 5 were the first time we saw the crawlers, and Beware of the 6 is a message written on the wall by Group 935 employees warning people of the Nova 6 crawlers. In the official Black Ops guide, they are actually officially known as the gas zombies. However, on Classified, we get our first bit of real information as to how the Nova 6 specifically were made. And if you take a look at the blueprint here, it seems like the Nova 6 crawlers, or at least one version of them, were created by the Pentagon. Now, we know that the scientists working at 5, or Classified, when Group 935 was disbandoned, they went to their old research stations and stole Group 935's work. They stole Group 935's blueprints, their technology, their wonder weapons, and they then used Group 935's research to do their own experiments. The Pentagon created their own versions of the teleporters based off what Group 935 had created. The Pentagon also created their own versions of the zombies, again based off Group 935's research, and it also seems that the Pentagon created their own Nova 6 crawlers, again based off Group 935's research. It seems like Group 935 originally created the crawlers, hence why we see them in Kino and on Moon, because those are research stations that belong to Group 935, but it seems like the Pentagon stole their research and used this to create their own version of the Nova 6 crawler, and you can see their version is version 08, and they combined pigs to create them. This explains why we see pigs everywhere in Classified. The Pentagon were using these as their main animals in their experiments. The Pentagon combined pigs and Nova 6 gas to create the crawlers that we see in this map. We can also see on these blueprints they have limited eyesight and enhanced hearing, as you would expect. If they can't see, well, their hearing is enhanced. So it seems like they combined people with pigs with Nova 6 gas to create the crawlers. Obviously, the ones that we see on Moon are upgraded versions of these that were created by Group 935. They have the ability to teleport. And then the ones that we see on Dai-Rise we are unsure of, because Dai-Rise is located in China. As far as we know, that building has nothing to do with Group 935. So who exactly created the jumping jacks? We don't know. Was it the Pentagon? Was it Group 935? Was it Broken Arrow? Was it another group that we don't know of? All of these things that the Pentagon was trying to do, how they were trying to take Samantha's power so the US could use that for themselves to win the war, how they were trying to create their own zombie horde, their own wonder weapons, their own versions of the ray gun and the Winter's Howl, their own versions of the teleporter, and as we see here, the Nova 6 crawlers. The Pentagon were trying to replicate and improve upon Group 935's work. And version 8 of the Nova crawlers that we see is just an example of that. So there we go, that is all for today's video. As always, hopefully you have enjoyed. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments, drop a like rating, and of course I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye.